Hey there everybody, this is Lee with Creative2xmom. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about spelling curriculums, specifically the two curriculums that I use with my first grader and my fifth grader. Now I have two different curriculums laid out here before you. In the past we have always used Spectrum spelling. This year I was convinced to try Evan Moor spelling with my younger little guy, and so I thought what a great video that I could show you the difference between the two of them. So let's open up Evan Moor. Well, first off, I'll tell you the biggest difference that I noticed was that the Evan Moor is $20 and the Spectrum spelling is $10. So if that makes any difference to your budget, let's just start with that point right off. However, the Evan Moor actually does have quite a few more lessons. Not double the lessons, but it does have quite a few more lessons. There is 30 lessons in this Evan Moor second grade spelling book, as well as giving you several spelling strategies and ideas for the teacher, which I thought was great. I really needed those. Dictation sentences for the kids to practice their dictation, and then spelling lists that you can cut out and use as well. So let's flip to the week that we're working on. So he's on week number 19. We are really pushing this year because of different holidays. I think it's going to be a little rough for us to finish. But let me show you the first page. Each week there are 4 work pages, and then we have our spelling test on Fridays. Starting with, this is the second grade curriculum. There is 10 spelling words for the week. First he reads and spells it. Then he copies and spells it out loud. And then I cover it. He tries to spell it and we double check him, which I feel like is a great strategy. Spectrum doesn't give you a lot of spelling teaching strategies. It's just mostly the work. So this is something that I love, and I'm going to try to transfer over to my fifth grader as well. So the first day you just go over the words, you copy them, you spell them out loud. The second day with the second grade, he is just putting in the letters into the word based upon the boxes. So if it's one of the letters that dips down into the dirt, it's going to have a box that goes down. If it's a taller letter, it's going to have a box go up, like the B and the L, and then you have to find the mistakes in the sentences. The next day, it's a really easy fill in the blank. You've got your word bank up on the top and you fill in the blanks. Then you've got your sentence dictation. We don't actually use that, but I love that it's included if you would like to. And then the third day, or the fourth day, it's some kind of like spelling puzzle, finishing off the word, finding the words where the double O makes the oo sound, and then working on rhyming. So it's nice that it pulls in several different ideas like games, rhyming. It's not just the spelling, but there's some games that go along with it as well. This is working well for him, but I feel like 30 lessons in a year, yes, I know that still gives you 6 weeks off in a school year, but it's going to be a push for us to get this done. I'm feeling the pressure on this one already, and so that has been a little bit of a turnoff for me. With the Spectrum spelling, again, like I said, it is half the price of the Evan Moor, but it's also quite a bit smaller. There are only 22 lessons in this spelling curriculum. And this is what we've used for years and years. And each spelling list is broke up by one of the rules. So you're talking about long vowels, short vowels, different blends, and then every so many lessons there is a review lesson. Sometimes we do those reviews, sometimes we don't. They're only about 2 pages long, and so that kind of throws off our pacing if you're doing a Monday through Thursday with a test on Friday. She's on lesson 17. She's going to be done with plenty of time to spare. Actually, she's probably further than this because I think we finished this one. There's always a spelling tip at the top, and that goes along with learning the spelling list for that week. So if you learn the rule, it makes the list quite a bit easier. With my fifth grader, I don't have her do all the copying, although I probably should, like the first grader. The fifth grader, we start out that week with giving a pretest. She does a lot of reading, and so a lot of times she can spell without having been taught the word. And then whatever she misses, I have her practice so many times. The second day is always a fill in the blank. It's a story. You fill in the blank with the words from that week. The third day is usually some kind of rhyme or riddle that they have to solve, as well as they do words across the curriculum. I like this part of the lesson because then they're usually science or history words and they're learning the meaning of those words. They're not necessarily spelling words for that week, but they follow the same rule. So this week the rule was prefixes, and so all of the history words had some sort of prefix that went along with that week's group. The fourth day we have not utilized very well, and that's because it requires writing, which for my kids, writing takes a lot of time. And so we don't do the writing on the fourth day. However, if you wanted to, this could be your curriculum for your writing for that day as well. And then working this day, it's just another game on the fourth day. Then on Friday, we come out to our test. Now looking at these two curriculums, I think I really like the Spectrum better. I do like that there are some strategies for teaching spelling included in the Evan Moor, but as far as just the tools that they use in here, I like the games in here, I like the fill in the blanks better, I like the writing across curriculum, words across curriculum, and I do like the length of it. I don't like to leave lessons undone, and there will be probably a few lessons undone in the Evan Moor versus the Spectrum spelling. So I think in the future we will go back to this. I'm looking at doing this again next year when I have a 6th grader and a 2nd grader. Another thing that we have that we use is that sometimes I get tired of just rewriting the word. They get tired of just rewriting the word as they miss them and learning them. And so sometimes if we are practicing words like that first pre-test day, we will use these spelling tiles, take those out, and they can create the words this way. I'll have them write the words where each letter has a different color, if they want to use markers or crayons or colored pencils or whatever. So that's just a good way for us to practice in the evenings as we're going over their spelling words. So that's my review for Spectrum Spelling and Evan Moor spelling curriculums. I have another video on Spectrum Spelling which should go in more in depth of how we actually use it, and I will link that down below, as well as the playlist to all these curriculum reviews. There are so many of them. I believe we're in week 5 or 6 now, and you can find them all on the playlist. I know this is the time of year we're all thinking ahead to next year and what we'd like to purchase and how to best utilize our funds. So I will leave a link to that playlist down below. If you have any questions about any curriculum that you're looking into, that would be a great resource. Or if there's something more specific that you would like to see in one of these reviews, leave me a comment down below and I will try to create a video as soon as I can, because I really feel like for me this is a great way of learning what curriculum I want to use, and so I want it to be a great resource for you guys as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye guys!